Today's artist of the day, Floersch. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? I'm alright. I've been up for a little bit, but I'm still asleep, if that makes sense. Got up at like 8 to record this. We love to see it. It's the last day of spring break, sadly, so this is where I return to the hellscape that is school. We love it. We loved it. We are back with another video. Another music review, another artist of the day. Really cranking these out, trying to not recreate, but start a new branch from last year. Last year we did 60, I want to say 50 to 60 artists of the days just by itself. We are trying to keep up with that pace and bring you new artists every day. So if you like these videos, please leave a comment saying you do, subscribe, and like the video. Please share it. It helps out with everything a lot. Please and thank you. Floersch is someone that I found off of, actually. Shout out to Amelia Day with the track Make a Move, new single that I reviewed about 4 or 5 days ago, I think. And Floersch was the feature, and I actually didn't know the second verse was actually him singing that high, which I liked his performance on there, and I liked the layers that he added on top of Amelia Day's part. I thought he had great range, great vocal presence, and great vocal control, which made me interested. And I had a short conversation with him because I sent him the video as well with Amelia Day's review. I sent it to him as well. And he was the one that actually told me that the second verse was him, because I was like, if that is Amelia Day, that sounds pretty good. If that is Floersch, then goddamn, because that's impressive. He really enjoyed it, and I was already in. Usually, whenever I see an artist that impresses me or makes a good presence on a feature of a track I've already reviewed, usually that means we're gonna review him soon. So here we are. The only description I see here is, I'm Noah, I'm 24, I'm an artist, a songwriter, and I'd love to hear from you. Be good. And the picture chosen is very interesting. I assume, looking through his discography really quickly at first glance, it's him dressed up as a clown. I assume that was his promotion for his 2023 EP, Hold Me Like You're Scared To, which if you guys want me to review that, let me know, and I will. For those of you who are new to Artists of the Day, let me quickly give you a rundown of how this process works. We take a new artist, an upcoming artist, and we listen to 5 songs from them. Minimum 3, but in this case we have 5. So 5 songs from them. Talk about the things that we like, the things that we don't like, and at the end we will give a rating and talk about my opinions on them as a whole, and go from there. If you want to listen to any of the songs that we listen to in this video, I will leave a link to his music and his Instagram down below. Go support him. Go check him out. He's great. From what I've heard from his feature, and in my small conversation with him, he's a dope person. He's super talented, so you might like what you hear. Also, while you're down there, again, please like, comment, subscribe, help support the channel, share with your friends, get more eyes on this. If you want your music reviewed next, all you gotta do is send me your friend's music or your music after you followed my personal and main Instagram accounts, and subscribe, of course. So I see you've done that, and you sent me what you want me to review, you'll be put at the top of the list. I have a long list that's getting bigger each and every day, so please, the sooner you send it, the better. I take requests top priority. First track is his latest release. I think it just dropped April 7th. So 2 days ago, actually, is when it dropped. Titled Ghost of Chicago.
Found her, now I find her everywhere. She's always there. See her in my morning coffee glaring at me through the glassy surface. She got lost somehow.
Oh yeah.
There she is again beside the fountain looking out upon.
He sounds like AJR. What the hell?
She's haunting me.
A muted trumpet. Okay. Put your hands up, cause I won't. Yeah. Oh my goodness. God damn. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey. Da 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 da. That song was dope as hell. What the fuck? What the? That's definitely going on the playlist. So he has a very good, nice voice. Very sounds so AJR, but so AJR, but just not as electric, obvious. I like the instrumental. I don't know how I feel about the push and pull of the tempo like that. It feels like the transition from the beginning, and kind of the end, kind of tends to trail off the rails a little bit. That might be the point. I might have to listen to it a couple times to see if that actually grows on me. But it seems very awkward, but isn't too awkward to where it ruins the song. Like I said, vocally he sounds really smooth. I like it. I like the chorus I like the chorus a lot. I like the instrumental is really, really good, really, really infectious, really grand and simple. Lots of drums, guitar. I'm pretty sure I heard a guitar in there, but I definitely heard piano. I love the simplicity of the piano, how he's able to pull back everything back to that moment, to like this how quiet it is from that small moment to build it back up again. The muted trumpet fits in really, really, really well. Yes, it was guitar. Yes, the beautiful chords, all of it blends pretty well. It's organized chaos. It's mixed. Everything seems that grand production, very pop. It's very, very good though. Lyrically, what I got from it, I feel like he's talking about, this girl that he's in love with. He sees everywhere, and she's getting married tomorrow, and he's just kind of like it's this lingering feeling. It's kind of following him wherever he goes, no matter what he does. He's trying to go about his day, and he always thinking about is this girl. And the ghost, calling her the ghost of Chicago because she haunts him. That's kind of, what I get from that. I could be completely off, but that's what I kind of got from that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back to that one. That one's it's a good start. Next track is titled "On Your Mind."
The city of lights, and you fight like my parents about who and what and when.
This is so AJR.
And cry like you might have to bear this, like you even have to try.
I like that.
Like all the time.
Ooh.
And when you get back.
Oh wait, was this Owl City? Wait, can I see you again?
Came from the lake and she's headed away for the winter and freeze.
Those drums are so tight. I like that. I love this part. Is that a cello solo? Wait a minute, what? Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. Deal. That's so good. That's so good. Oh! That's what the song's about. That's beautiful, man. So it's about okay. Wait, this makes sense now. All right, it's all coming together. Pretty much what I got from that. So it's from the perspective of someone who is in love with this person, and he knows that they are like them too, but they're not together for whatever reason. Of like the other person has said like they're not in the right headspace. Like basically that situation where like. Right person but the wrong time thing, and this is the perspective of them waiting for them, being like, hey, whenever you're ready, I know you're on my mind, I know you're on my mind and I'm on your mind. When you're ready, I'm your guy. I'm a sucker for that one. A sucker for those type of songs, man. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for those, man. So AJR, the performance is so AJR. It's not a bad thing because I like AJR, but I just know there are people who like don't like him a lot. But he does sound a lot like the main guy from AJR, just with better songwriting. Like, his songwriting's so much better. Like, if he ever releases something like Birthday Party, may God help us all, because that was such a terrible song. 100 Bad Days? Sober Up? I like the blend of, like, the acoustic, like, type style mixed with, like, the electronic EDM, like, keys and, like... and the auto-tuned voice. Then I like the transitions from those different styles. You'd think that they would work together so well, but I think how tight the production is and the transitions are very smooth. Shout out to is it Ross Grebe? Let me just make it up. Yeah, shout out to Ross Grebe on the production side. Everything is mixed really well. Everything's tight. The drums are driving. The builds are really good. The layers are they're so dense, and so it's clear that a lot of meticulous planning was put into this. There's a whole cello solo, which I that didn't know that would sound so goddamn smooth. That sounded fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's a cello because I'm a band person. I don't know orchestra like that, but I'm sure I know the instruments. I'm sure it's a cello because there's no way a violin can go that low. I know it's a cello. That's going on the playlist. Yeah, again, narratively, I just think from what I got from it, it's just them talking about these two people who were together. This from the perspective of someone who like I guess they split apart because I guess the situation of the other person needed more time for themselves, or they were in the right headspace or whatever. And this is kind of him being like saying goodbye to all that, but also hoping that they do meet again and be like, because he says goodnight to the terrace where they met and where all that stuff. He's like, I know you're thinking about me and I'm thinking about you. Whenever you're ready, I'm here. And I think it hits home for me a little bit because I have been in that situation multiple times. So I am a bit of a sucker for that one. But objectively speaking, how he put it together, there's a certain charm to it that I think was put together really well. Can it come across as corny? Maybe. Not really, in my opinion. But then again, I'm corny as hell, so... At times. Yeah, I really did enjoy that one. That was dope. I'm gonna be singing that one later. I ain't gonna hold you. I am. Next track is titled Green Flash Sunset.
Believe, can I hold you? Can I hold you? Can I hold you? Can I know you? Can I know you? Can I know you? In your eyes, as the green is flashing bright, as the green is flashing.
So ghostly chill. Interesting.
Can I know you? Can I know you? More.
Oh, we're building up. Okay, never moving. Holy shit! That stuff was gas. I ain't gonna hold you. That was fine. That song was cool. It was interesting. I feel like there could have been a bigger build up to the climactic moment. I assume it was meant to be sudden. It was cool. Like for being that quiet, and then for being that quiet and like that chill, that low key, and to kind of build to that climactic moment. It's a good contrast because it did feel like it dragged on. The quiet part dragged on a touch. I do feel like it was meant to be sudden, though. Yeah, and shout out to Ross Grebe for the production. With the minimalistic keys and just his voice and layering, and then obviously the big heavy rock, electric guitar, and just the refrains of "Can I hold you? Can I hold you? Can I know you? Can I know you?" That's like 90% of the song. I still feel like this song really struggled with having a direction. I feel like, or it wasn't as engaging to where I could follow it as much as the other two. Wasn't bad by any stretch, but I'm probably gonna have to come back to that one to really get a better grasp of it. It was okay to me. It was all right, but I wasn't really feeling it as much. I'm gonna keep it 100. The climactic moment though was great. That was fantastic. I think it's a solid song. It's gotta grow on me. Next track is titled "Love You by Myself." Those keys sound kind of awkward.
I won't be myself.
Love you by myself. That's catchy. Very atmospheric. Oh, I get what it's about. Okay, that's dope. That ascending horn is dope.
She said, don't even bother. She's still working on the perfect daughter.
Oh my god! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hey, I love you by myself. I love you by myself. That's fantastic. That's great. That is also going on the playlist. I think that song was really dope. I think it kind of succeeded at what I think Green Flash Sunset was trying to do in being low key yet engaging. With the constant refrains of "I'll love you by myself." Narratively, I like what this is talking about a lot as well. He's in love with a girl that doesn't love herself or holds herself up to these like to being perfect or being these like unrealistic expectations in terms of like I have to be the perfect daughter. I'm not there, so I don't love myself enough. He said, "Damn, fuck it. If you not finna love you, I'ma love you my damn self, just me. If we can't love you, I'm still gonna love you. That will never change." I think that's a really cool way to say it. Love you by myself, being like in that, just being like, oh no. You gotta love you, of course, but you don't love you right now. I'ma do. The keys at the beginning sounded kind of off kilter, kind of like weird, and like rhythmically, like it was fine. There was a few parts I heard that were weird. Shout out to Ross Garib again for the production. I assume he's just someone that he regularly produces with. Ghost of Chicago didn't say who it was. I'm gonna assume it's Ross Garib. If not, whoever produced it, great job. But yeah, the use of that ghostly, atmospheric, like vocal that peers through, and then the pacing drums, and again at the end, if you get to the climactic moments, we hear the sounds of strings, that ascending horn that sounds like it's muted or distorted a little bit. Sounds really, really dope. Very indie rock. And I like that sound. It fits it really well, and obviously vocally he did a really, really good job. That "Love You by Myself" is definitely an earworm, and this is kind of the first song that I don't hear like blatantly just very like, well, Green Flash Sunset too, but this is the first one that I really, really like that I don't hear as much AJR in. I hear more of a sound that could be directed towards his own unique sound, which is good. Because obviously, I assume as big as his fam, like he's a rising star, but like On Your Mind is 6 mil. The lowest song right now in this top 5 is the one that just dropped 2 days ago, and it's less than 1,000 away from 300,000. I assume the comparisons on AJR have come up, so it's good to hear something that doesn't sound so strongly like them, or not just AJR, but who is it? John Bellion, like, I'm at an all-time low, like that. I could hear how they could probably draw comparisons to that. The good thing is that it doesn't sound like a straight rip-off, and there is variation that I am hearing, which is good. The final track we will listen to is titled "Girl from the Sidewalk." This shit is 7 minutes. This better be good. I swear to God, 7 minutes. Hey, listen, I'm the Tyler Creator fan. This better be engaging, bro. Oh, this is 2018 him. This is that throwback.
Cause it's my toes and the chill is nipping at my nose. My shoulders feeling heavy cause my backpack straps are loose.
Okay, I like the instrumentals building. I like that.
Sidewalk, I wrote this one for you. So if you hear it, like, what's up, baby? Something funny like, call me maybe, or something old-fashioned.
Hey, there we go, man. Got the love glasses. Ooh.
Now our shoulders rush past each other on the sidewalk.
Okay, he's picked it up. It was dragging on the first leg, but we're here now. Okay, that was kind of corny. I ain't gonna hold you. We'll pause it. That was kind of corny. I guess the point, but no, come on. You're shorter than I thought, which is, guess it's kind of good because I'm not even really that tall anyway. It's cute. It's just corny. I'm gonna be real. It's corny as hell. This is all. Okay. Okay, I'm loving this so far, but it's just every once in a while he'll put a lyric out, which is like, obviously, I understand it's meant to be awkward. It's meant to have like, but like, there's a way of doing it. Eyes make contact, and holy shit, what a perfectly symmetrical face. You know what? Hey, I respect that. You know what? He's performing in a way that's entertaining. It's very tongue in cheek. It's cute. It makes sense. It's just funny. It's just funny to me.
Sidewalk, I wrote this one for you. So if you hear it, know it's my song. If you remember like I do, yeah. It may be something old fashioned like a lone Caesar. How do you do?
Woo!
Any regrets? But days go by with you. Inside, call me maybe something old fashioned.
You gotta do the MPC dance and shit.
Like I gotta drive my boat and heroin from Cuba. A simple little high. My job just wasn't working for you.
This wasn't working for you.
My job just wasn't
Working for you. You know what? I actually like that. It took a while. I'm gonna be real. It took a while to get going. I thought the intro was a little bit too long. It took a while to get going, but once it locked in, man, that was good. That was really good. Once he got going, that shit was great. That was fantastic. I love how subtle the additions to the instrumental were as it transitioned, and then once it really brought everything in, it really just everything was sorted so well. Ross Grebe behind the production again on this one. Shout out to him. Really did a really solid job. Oh, Girl from the Sidewalk. Basically a story of regret. The hopeless romantic. Talking about how he saw this girl and he pretty much was so infatuated with this girl, and he just really never took the time to really know her. Never took the time to actually go out there and introduce himself. But he always observed her from afar. This is kind of his way of being like, hey, girl of the sidewalk, if you hear this, it's me, your boy. And if you remember it like I do, this is me saying what's up because I regret not saying something funny or something to you. I should have said something to you. It's cute. And he goes to tell you about how it's like, like him being late to class and going to day. He's like, it doesn't really matter to me because I want to know your name. Corny bars from corny lyrics, like at times, like, holy shit, what a symmetrical face. There was one other one. There was a couple in there, but it fit, and it made. I called it to put them out because it was funny to me but. This is a kind of a good. This is why I always like looking at the older stuff to see the progression, because for him to come out from the gate with and this song was from 2018, when I looked at the date right, and he's been doing music since that was his first song he released on Spotify. So you kind of see the foundations of what was built, and then so we started the first, and then we heard his latest release in being Ghost of Chicago. So you kind of saw the beginnings, and at the beginnings of it, I see obviously his storytelling was actually has always been pretty solid. And I just think the beginning dragged on a touch, but once it got going, it got you hooked in the uses of strings, drums, the pull bass, the drums, all of it, the explosion of color that in those moments. And the chorus is it's just so it tugs at heartstrings. For those who just be like, damn, I should have said what's up to that girl. I should have shot my shot. I'd heard, it's funny, I hear less AJR in this one and less John Bellion in that. But I do hear the influence. But I don't, it doesn't sound like a ripoff. But overall, this is definitely going on the playlist because I would definitely come back and listen to this. All right, this was Noah Floersch, singer-songwriter. How am I feeling about him overall? I think he's really, really good. There's a lot of stuff I'm hearing that would obviously is very radio friendly. There's a lot of mature songwriting I hear, kind of thematically the same. They're very hopeless romantic, which I think always is like a big thing that gets people to really listen, is they feel like, because all his stuff is his story, his ability to engage people with storytelling, I think is a really cool factor. Vocally, he sounds really, really solid. Again, I think it spoke for itself. It was really smooth. His range was really good. The layering on his voice was really well done. his lyrically, he brings. It's obviously he's not talking about anything new necessarily, but the way he presents it is a really cool way of seeing it. Production, all five of them for really really well done. The great use of horns, strings, these like really acoustic drums. Um, Even like the blend of like EDM keys and just like it's just I think it was really well done. Really was a throwback to that 2010s pop EDM sound that kind of took over like the decade for a good like at least the good half decade. Like I said, it has an appeal to it. Obviously, the influences I heard, like I said before, AJR, John Bellion. There's a few others I probably am missing, but it doesn't sound like a complete ripoff. He does when he has this like I don't know. There's a certain tone in his voice that makes it sound more unique. I think that high register just kind of makes it because he does it. He does how he does it makes it sound like those two, which isn't a bad thing because I think John Bellion and AJR is controversial. People either like him or they don't. But John Bellion's fantastic. I don't give a damn what no one talking about. And thematically, I do like when he's like themes and I like when he talks about Ghost of Chicago, talking about this girl that he's in love with, that follows the ghost of her follows everywhere. On Your Mind, talking about a relationship that not necessarily went wrong, but like ended, and him kind of just waiting for her and being like, hey, whenever you're ready, I'm here. Love You by Myself, talking about, hey, you might not love you, but I'm gonna love you my damn self if you won't love you, because of whatever reasons you hold yourself to, when you're loving someone that has insecurities like that and kind of addressing that, he's like, I'll love you my damn self. I don't like that's just being real. The Girl from a Sidewalk is this 7-minute story of kind of telling how this girl that he saw that he said, I should have learned your name, I should have said something. This is me kind of putting it out there. Hey, if you run by this and you remember it's me, I should have said something to you. And I think it's all of it's cute. And and that might, when I say cute, it might come off as insulting. But no, it's a really dope way of putting stuff together. Oh my god, there's so many people I know if they don't already listen to him, would eat this shit up like candy. And always with genres and like thematically like this, like there's always the worry of like it might come off too corny. And sure, it has its moments where like the flow trips up. Like I think Green Flash Sunset, I think is kind of like one of those things that's like, I guess I have to listen back to because that was the least engaging to me. I think it just felt very all over the place. And he does kind of run into those moments. Again, Ghost of Chicago, the beginning felt very jumbled. Girl from the Sidewalk took a while to get going. But once things took off, they locked in great. I think transitions could be a little bit smoother on certain parts. Just across the board. On certain parts. But those are like minute things that I wouldn't take away. They don't ruin the song at all by any stretch. He's thematically talking about things, and he does it in such a way that it can come off corny, but it doesn't ruin the song. And I like the way he presents the themes in a way, and it does actually still sound really really good. Out of 10, I'm feeling a decent to strong 9 out of 10 on this one. I think he's got a lot of great elements, really really solid work, really really great lyricism. I'm excited to see what he does next. And this is definitely stuff, the more I listen to the stuff and being able to hear from the beginning, funny how stuff worked out that way. We heard his first song on Spotify and we heard his latest release, and just kind of be able to hear the growth of that. He still had the talent and engagement from the beginning. It makes sense why he does have the fan base he does. Like, after listening to him and Amelia Day working together makes so much more sense. Awesome job to all parties involved. Awesome job to Noah Floersch. Again, I have to shout out the producers because they don't get enough recognition. I'm, in my opinion, as a producer myself, I don't think people talk about them enough unless you're like Kanye or Metro Boomin or like Pharrell. So Ross Grebe did a really good job. Everything was mixed really well, tight. If you guys want to check out the full any of the songs that we heard in their entirety, Link will be down below to his music. Go support him, and his Instagram. Go give him a follow. Go support him. I enjoyed this stuff. I think you'll find some stuff that you really will like here. Yeah. So I think you guys will really enjoy it. If you want your music reviewed next, follow our Instagram down below. While you're down there checking him out, subscribe and send me what music you want me to review next. Let me know what you think. Would you rate it higher, lower? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Share with your friends. Today's artist of the day was Noah Floersch. Link to all his stuff in the bio. Stay safe. Bio description. Jesus Christ. Stay safe. Love y'all. Stay hydrated. Bye-bye.